Okay, so this is Alterßoy giving a overview on TSM. As you can see, I have both my windows open so that you'll be able to see everything that's going on. First thing you'd want to do is backslash TSM, and this will bring up the TSM module. Within here, you'd want to go to Profiles, and you want to create a profile. I'm doing a profile called Demo so it doesn't screw up anything I currently have set up. Next, you want to go into your groups. Now, since my tune is a motivated level 1 tune, I have 0 professions. So what I'll be describing and discussing is how to set up for particular individual items. So we'll go into the bags. This is a guild bank tune that I'm just trying to. So last. So I will set up a group for these items. Don't mind my little ninja friend there. We will go into the groups, and under groups, we will just start shift clicking and adding items. So let's do MOP potions, or flasks, sorry. Then we'll plus beside that, and we'll see all our flasks listed for MOP. So we'll click on MOP flasks. So I wanted to make sure it was spelled MOP with capital letters. All right, now we're going to management, and now we're going to make subgroups within there of the flasks that we currently have in our possession. So we'll click in the new subgroup name, and we are going to shift click on the different flasks. Okay, so we got the 3 flasks that I currently have in my possession. Obviously, there's more flasks than that, but those are the 3 that we have presently. Now we also have to do MOP potions, so we'll go ahead and type that in. Alright, so we have that now, and then we'll just add the different types of potions. As you can see here, when you shift click on one, it automatically thinks you're trying to adjust quantity. So if you try to do something else, this OK cancel function will stop you from doing anything else. So just hit cancel and you're fine. All right, so now we need to do one for materials. And we ought to do one just miscellaneous. Oh yeah, food. Okay, so did I have to have all these separate individual categories? No. Why did I have all these categories? Is now it allows you to finite and specify what each category is worth and how much you're willing to sell it for, or if it's not up to a certain dollar amount, you're not going to sell it at all. So let's go into each individual item, and we'll go ahead and allocate the actual item to go with that particular product. Okay, so that's all done. All right, so there's one add-on that you should have always running, and it's called TSM. Let me pull. It's this program called tsmskillmaster.com tsm_app. This is something you want to have running, and it's something that would be running in the background. So let me go turn that on. I'll be back in one moment. Okay, well, unfortunately it's not running. Apparently I have something else running in the background that's causing a conflict. But the last time I did a scan was 1 hour and 12 minutes ago. So that's okay. That's enough information. But what you can do is you can click on the auctioneer. You can choose the shopping function. It automatically comes up as a default for me when I open up the auction house. And you can actually specify the item. So we'll do an exact search for this winter's bite. So shift click and add it. And now what it'll do is it'll scan all the auction house and find out what the lowest priced item is. See, where I'm selling them for 35, which on average that is the right price to sell them for. Because here at this other prices, you're losing gold. So let's do it for 35 gold for a stack. Let's go through these other ones and see how they're selling as well. So we'll do the warm sun. Again, listed, I have it listed at 35, and later today these all will sell. And then lower end is 32. Technically, you could probably put them up for 30 and get them sold that way as well. And this is not saying that they're going to sell for 30. This just says this is the minimum amount that you're willing to sell them for if you had the opportunity to sell them. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll do it based on a cost of 30 gold pieces. Okay, so 30 gold pieces for a stack works out to 1 gold, 50 silver each for a stack of 20. Spring Blossom, okay. So we've done all 3 types. So all right, let's go into the specifics now. So we'll do \TSM. We'll get into the profile. We'll go into the groups, and we can go to the flasks. And you can set up the individual operations here, but it's easier to go into the module operations, and then auctioning, and then operations itself. So we're going to sell these. Let's do 5 stacks of 1. So I guess my wording was off before, because if I think about it, we're going to sell them for 30 gold pieces each. And we're not selling them stacks of 20. We're only selling them stacks of 1 and 5 of them at a time. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess my mathematical mind was thinking we're doing potions when we're actually doing flasks. And in flasks, you sell them in stacks of 1. Potions, you sell them in stacks of 20 unless you don't have 20. So we're going to sell these at 5 stacks of 1 at 30 gold pieces each is how this is wording for me. This is how I understand it. Okay, so you hit enter, and now it brings you into the auction settings. General you want to leave alone. Well, actually you want to do match stack size. You don't want to really worry about posting. Post for 12 hours. So we're doing stacks. We're doing a post stack of 5, stack size of 1. You don't need to worry about this. This would only come into play that if, say, you're doing. I'll get into that when we get into the potions. Keep minimum quantity. Don't need to really worry about that. Minimum bid percentage. You want to have this between 95 and 97%. This is just how the auction house will dictate what will show up first. So minimum price will be, say, 30 gold. And if it's below 30 gold, what happens? Don't post. All right. So what's the ideal amount you'd like to get for? Let's say 45 gold. And on the high, let's say 75 gold. Now what's going to happen is, say the price is above 75, then it's only going to post it at the normal price. Okay. Canceling. This is, it'll cancel anything that's undercutting. So if your auctions are being undercut, it'll cancel them. And cancel the repost at a higher. It will also cancel it if you can repost and gain at least 1 gold piece in the reposting process. Reset is really, really complicated, and you can figure it out on your own. Alright, so let's also do potions while we're at it. Actually, We'll go back to groups, we'll go back to flasks, and we'll do an overall operation. So 5 and 1 at 30 gold pieces each. Boom. Now what that does is it now says Spring Blossom, 5 and 1 at 30. Warm Sun, 5 and 1 at 30. Winter's Bite, 5 and 1 at 30. You don't have to go in and make a new operation for each one. They all fall under the flask operation. Alright, let's start on potions. Let's scan the auction real quick. Alright, so we're currently selling at the lowest price. We're at 1 copper cheaper than anybody else. At 2 gold and 24 silver and 97 copper. I believe my minimum price per each is 2 gold. So that's 40 gold for a stack. Alright, so now let's take a look at Mugo. Alright, so he undercut me by 9 copper pieces. So that's fine. Alright, so see, I'm trending at 2 different prices here, which is fine. You can do that. I think 4 gold is what I was selling minimum price at, so we'll do that again. Alright, so that's set up. Alright, so now that we know what our prices are, let's go in here and adjust them for the TSM. So again, /TSM. Go into the group, go into the auction, go into the operation. And now since these are being posted at stacks of 20, we want to do a maximum of 5 stacks of 20. So that's 5 stacks of 20 at 40 gold pieces. Again, 12 hours. Now, use stack size cap. Say you have 4 stacks of 20 and 1 stack of 10. Well, use stack size as a cap means that that stack of 10 will just be posted at a lesser amount, still based on your overall price of what your minimum price is per product, per individual item. So you want to do that. The other thing you also want to do is match stack sizes. Alright, so we are saying, so 40 works out to being 2 gold pieces each. So normal price, ideally we want to get 50 silver. Max price of 5 gold. Alright, so that one's done. Alright, so now we got to do the other one. 12 hours again. I'm just going to go quickly through this one. If there's any questions, you can post them at the bottom of this stream, and I'll be more than happy to answer them, or you can ask me in guild, since this is only being provided to guildmates. Okay, so that's set up. So under potions, rather than doing it here for the operation all of potions, you need to go into the Jade Serpent, and we determine that's 40 gold. And power is 80 gold. Alright, so that's done. So instead of minimizing this and doing it back and forth, we can just shrink it, in essence. Talk to this guy. And let's pull up the next thing. Alright, so we're looking at Golden Lotus now. 3150. To be honest, the least I'll sell it for is 35 gold. Period. I don't waver on that. So I did the same thing for setting up this module. Um, instead of going into the module, operations, operation, and then going into the information, I just went to the groups, to the actual group itself, Golden Lotus. That's not selected yet, but um, Golden Lotus, then you make sure it's no operation and you create a new operation. And this, I just prefer to just have it as the, well, actually, no. Oh, I already have it here. 5 and 1, 35. Golden Lotus are bought so often, bought and sold so quickly, that to go ahead and just say post at minimum of 35 gold, you'll sell it. You can actually increase this up to a 24-hour posting just to help push that. So there we go. That we have that one. Spirit of War. Let's see what they're going for. 103 right now. I believe my minimum price I'll sell them for is 95. All right, so that's set up. What do we got left here? Noodle cart. All right, so what's this guy going for? I believe it's mine is set up as minimum 135. These minimum, maximum, normal price, you can choose whatever these numbers are. I'm just doing them based off what my experience is that I've had. But you can do them whatever you want. That's perfectly fine. All right, so that's set up. That's all the items we have in here. I'm not even going to go into this. Um, it's just too much BS to deal with. I'll probably do another video on transmog gear, etc. Alrighty, so this is all set up. So now what you do, you go to the go to auctioneer, you click on auctioning, and what it'll do is it'll bring up all the groups that you set up with the operation of this is all the flasks are going to sell 5 and 1 at 30 gold each. All the carts are going to sell 5 and 1 at a minimum 135 gold each. Spirit of Wars, Golden Lotus, all this other stuff. So now what you do is you do a post scan. Start post scan. Okay, so here are all the sellers currently selling these products that you're trying to list. All right, so it shows yours, it shows your competition, it shows information that goes with it as well. There's the information. Either you're undercutting the competition, cheapest auction is currently already listed, and it's below your minimum price that you're willing to sell the item for. You're going to undercut the competition. The minimum price is below your minimum price, so it's going to go based on whatever your ruling is. And since that's Golden Lotus, it's just going to post it at 35 gold. Undercutting, and then maximum amount already posted. So if you already have items up and you've already met your rules and none of them have sold, then you're not going to repost. So, alright, so it's offering to post one of 25 items. So the way you can post quickly, you can just hit post 25 times, or you can go into TSM, go to module operations, go to auctioning, and create this macro to bind, scroll up, scroll down. I already have it created, so I'm not going to create it again because it might screw shit up. Alright, so if you do it inside the window, you're just going to zoom in, zoom out on yourself. You actually got to bring your mouse outside of the window and press and hold control, and you'll post. And now it's working on posting. You can technically close out, run away from the auction house, and you'll be fine. So the total values of the auctions that I have up currently is 7,289 gold in 75 auctions. So we already know people are based on us doing the information. We already know people are undercutting. So let's do this start cancel scan. And what this is going to do is it's going to go through all the scans, all the auctions that I have currently posted. And if I'm being undercut, it's going to let me know and give me the option to cancel that auction. So we have an option of canceling up to 28 auctions. Again, just a mouse wheel, scroll it back and forth. And you're done. Now head back over the mailbox. And it's going to show you all the auction houses items that you've canceled. You can click on cancel, and it'll automatically loot them back to your bags. So that's just a real simple overview. Basic TS add-on will this detail like grab and outside. If you have post in the comments below, like, please, you have any suggestions or does